Some of the most frequently asked questions are questions about the materials and equipment I use in my painting process. I've included most of the information on the studio page of my website some time ago. Recently, I decided it was time to reorganize my studio page and add some additional materials and equipment that I had not previously put on the page, but the types of equipment and materials that people still ask questions about. Since I made this change, I decided it might be a good idea to release a very short video explaining the studio page and where to find the information. The first step is to go to my website, rsurwitzart.com. Once you're there, you can go to the left side of the screen where you'll find the main menu and select the Studio tab. This will take you to the studio page on my website where you'll find all the information about the materials and equipment that I use. At the top of the page I have some images of the studio that I work in, and below that I have the listing for the materials and equipment. If you scroll down the page, you'll see I have 8 categories, and there is a photograph with text for each of these categories. And at the bottom of the page you can see the information about the affiliate programs that I'm associated with. If I go back up to the top and select one of these categories by clicking on the photograph, it will bring up the page with the individual items on it. In this case, the paintbrushes. If I click on one of the paintbrushes, it will take me to the source that I use for supplying the particular brush. The same is true with any of the individual items that I've listed on my page. If I move to the right and click on the image of the paint, it'll take me to the page for my palette and paint. And if I click on the palette, in this instance it will take me to Cheap Joe's where I purchased the American Journey Cavalcade porcelain palette. If I go back to the page with the paint and palette information, you'll see that I have all the colors listed that I currently have on my palette, and they are sorted by the manufacturer. If I click on one of these images, again it will take me to the source that I use to supply the particular item, in this case Pyroll Red Holbein paint. Now I'm going to go back to the main page and I'm going to select accessories, and you can see that it brings up a wide variety of accessories that I use in my studio and in my painting process. And if I'd clicked on any of those images, it would take me to a source. Here I'm going to click on masking supplies, and you'll find a listing of all the items that I use for masking. I'm going to click on this large bottle of masking fluid, and it takes me to an Amazon site, which is the most economical source that I found for this large jar of masking fluid. If I click on the studio page, it takes me to a page that has some of the equipment that I use in my studio. In this case, I've clicked on a light pad that I use at workshops to help people with transferring drawings from exercises to their sheet of watercolor paper. And at the bottom I have a category for a few of my favorite reads where I list some of the books that I've enjoyed over the years. So that's my new studio page with all the material and equipment that I use in my painting process broken down into 8 categories with links to each individual item. I hope this short informational video was helpful, but if you do have questions, you can always contact me at contactrsurwitzart@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.